Okay guys, so as you can see, we're out here on the water today, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some fishing and at the same time get some, I guess, casting and performance impressions of the new Tatula BF 70. Now, I have the Tatula mounted on the Shimano Majestic 6'8" light powered bait finesse rod. It's got a fast action. Lure rating on this rod is 3 grams to 15 grams. And in my opinion, this is definitely a bait finesse bass rod. And I've done a long-term review video on this. If you guys want to check it out, I'm going to leave a link pinned in the comment section. Great rod. Unfortunately, has been discontinued, but they have come out with a updated version. And if you want me to try out one of those rods, give me 500 likes on this video and I will get one. Now, I spooled the Tatula up with 6-pound fluoro, the Seagar, I guess 101 Basics, probably the cheapest fluorocarbon you can get. They're readily available at pretty much all Walmarts across America. And we're going to start off with the JACKALL Obamax little creature bait. Now, hopefully you guys can hear me through the rushing water, but we're gonna just cast out into those rapids and in the sides with this creature bait, and hopefully we'll get some bass to bite or whatever else. And if that doesn't work, I guess we're gonna throw a jerk bait into this deeper section. So let's get started. And of course that means setting up the Tatula. And once again, since the Tatula comes with Daiwa's zero adjuster, I'm going to leave it as it was from the factory. And it's kind of strange, but I can feel a little bit of side-to-side movement now, whereas in the unboxing video I couldn't. So it's set up perfectly. Brakes are on 0, so we're going to get a pretty fast fall. And since this is an air brake braking system that has a huge rotor, I'm going to start out in the middle of the brakes, so that's going to be 10 on the external dial. And if I need to, I'll turn it up and of course turn it down. But yeah, this is my first time here. I have scouted this place out a few times, never fished, but let's get started. Okay, as expected, smooth caster, very quiet. Got out there, if you didn't see, right near the edge of the current there. All right, let's try to go out this way. Okay, nice smooth cast. Probably went out there about almost 50 feet. Now this lure, weightless, weighs about 5 grams. So we are talking upper end of what I consider bait finesse weights. And I have no idea if there's any bass in here or if they're even hungry. Okay, we're gonna turn the brakes down 2 clicks. I'm gonna try to get this lure right into the rapids. All right, so we had a nice spool blow up there, nothing too severe. So I probably should have went down only 1 click. I'll make that adjustment here in a second. But very, very smooth, quiet caster so far. But the question is, will it stay that way? Because it seems like Daiwas that use this frame coming out of their Thailand factory, the bearings tend to get loud real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the brakes up 1 click, so we're at 9. All right, we're gonna cast with the brakes on 9. All right, had a good bit of overrun. Worked itself out. I didn't see where the lure landed, but I'm sure it went out there. So while I'm kind of working this bait slowly in, let's talk about the spool on the Tatula. And once again, this spool is different than pretty much all of Daiwa's other BFS reels in the fact that it is bigger at 30 millimeters and it is much heavier at like 10.5 grams. So does this mean that Daiwa in their, I guess, next generation of bait finesse reels, are they gonna give us the happy medium of 30 millimeters in their BFS spools? Cranking in this little weightless plastic, very smooth. Now, if you were disappointed by the spool weight of the Tatula. I'm pitching out there because I see a rock under the water that could be holding some fish. But if you are disappointed by the spool weight of the Tatula, I would say, you know, don't pass judgment just yet. God, this rod is sensitive. Because if you recall, the spool on the top of the line Abu Garcia Xenon LTX is pretty much the exact same as this Tatula. It's 30 millimeters, weighs about 10.5 grams, and in a long distance cast battle against the mighty 22 ALDEBARAN BFS, casting heavier lure, it actually easily beat the ALDEBARAN. Oh man. I'm gonna go back to 10 on the brakes. Golly. This rod, forgot just how sensitive it is. Like once you pick up the slack, it feels like you hit a rock. All right, we're gonna cast over here. Maybe there's some fish right at the rapids. But yeah, the reel is so far a smooth operator. The only real disappointment is what I brought up in the unboxing is this wonky thumb bar. I suspect that this lure is affecting the casting on this Tatula because it probably doesn't fly through the air very consistently, like let's say a hard bait would. All right, I'm gonna, oh, am I snagged? Oh, what is over there that I got snagged on? All right, so we're gonna stretch this 6-pound fluoro. And it's probably now 5-pound fluoro. All right, so I guess this is a good time to tie on a jerkbait. Okay, so the jerkbait we're gonna use is gonna be the discontinued Fish Arrow 3-shot 80. So this is probably either 4 or 5 gram suspending discontinued, unfortunately, JDM jerkbait. And we're just gonna try to cover water. Looks like it's deep enough to run a shallow jerkbait. Maybe we can trigger some bites. Here we go. All right, easy casting with this Tatula BF 70. Now right now we're entering the second week of, oh my God, don't tell me I'm gonna lose this. Please, no, I don't want to lose this expensive jerkbait. They don't make them anymore. But it is the second week of April and we are definitely into the spawn here. Now I stopped fishing the spawn because a few years ago I accidentally killed this bass that was on a bed. And I mean, they're going through so much stress anyway. Not eating. Oh, did I break it off? Shit. Well, $20 jerkbait gone in one cast. Anyway, I was saying that, you know, these bass are going through so much stress of guarding the beds, etc., not eating. And then we have fishermen targeting them, and I don't even know how the bass died, but after that, I decided I was not gonna fish the spawn anymore. I'm not gonna be targeting any of the fish that are on these beds. Okay, so we switched spots and we're at a very, very familiar place. I do a lot of cast testing videos here and it looks like everywhere they're just draining the water down. But I've seen a whole lot of fish action on the surface. So there's definitely fish in here. And that means we're gonna be going with a jerkbait. Once again, this is a Fish Arrow 3-shot 80 suspend. Weighs between I think 5 and 6 grams, and most of the action I've seen has been out towards the center, probably at least 30 yards out. So let's hope that this Tatula BF 70 can reach. Yep, there's some action out there, and let's start casting. Yeah, we're on brake setting number 10. Hopefully I'll be able to go lower because the distance on that cast doesn't appear to be long enough to reach some of these boils I see. Okay, this jerkbait is slowly rising. I guess the water is fairly warm, but yeah, you can see the action out there, and I need to get close to it. It's another boil right there. I'm sure these are mostly skipjack, chasing shad or little bait fish, but we're looking at about, I don't know, 30 yards. Yeah, all the action is out towards the center and going towards the other bank. Now I turn the brakes down one click to number 9, and we're getting a lot of overrun, but distance doesn't appear to be going up, so I'm going to turn the brakes back up to 10. Now, of course, since this reel is pretty light, twitching this jerkbait is no problem. Let's go down this bank right here. This jerkbait does tend to tumble. I don't think it has a weight transfer system. Maybe something like a Pointer 65 or the Duo Realis Rosante 63 would give us more distance, but I can't seem to find my tackle box that has all of those jerkbaits in it. But cast distance on this particular lure so far, I mean, it's getting out there, but for the weight, I'm not really impressed. Casting is smooth, of course. Starting to hear a little bit of noise on the cast because these are, you know, high spool speed casts. But no, it's just typical casting noises. So it seems like the bearings are doing okay, but would love to get at least one bass. I don't even see any minnows on the bank. And we're going into the second week of April. Okay, that was a good cast. Oh no, please don't tell me I'm stuck. Another discontinued $20 jerkbait down the tubes. Oh, thank God, I got it out. Yeah, I don't know if I want to fish this jerkbait too much more. Since the water's so low, the odds of this getting snagged are going to be super high. I'm just going to cast out this way. Now, in case I forgot to mention it in the unboxing video of this reel, for some reason Daiwa has deemed it not necessary to put a drag clicker on this reel. I mean, drag clickers have been standard on Shimano BFS reels for forever, ever since the 2016 ALDEBARAN BFS came out. But no drag clicker on this reel. So I wonder why they decided to not do that. Oh crap. Pretty sure there's fish everywhere, but don't know what kind they are. Are they white bass? Are they skipjack? Are they largemouth? What are the size of the bait fish they're chasing? Unknown. Because I don't even see any fish in little minnows along the bank. Man, I wish they wouldn't have discontinued this jerkbait because it has a wide side-to-side action that rivals the Lucky Craft pointers. They literally swing out at a 90-degree angle. But if we get no action here, there's a couple more places I want to hit on the way home that I should be able to get at least some creek bass. But so far with the Tatula BF 70, seems to be a solid performing reel. As you can see, I'm casting what I would consider upper end BFS lures easily. as expected. Didn't expect anything less. Now, as far as, you know, just record setting or groundbreaking performance, I mean, I don't think it's there. Okay, so they're close. Maybe I need to switch to a smaller jerkbait. Now, is this performance at least equal to, or maybe even better than its main rival, the CURADO BFS? And, you know, that's a good question. I don't remember the last time I actually casted the CURADO BFS. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. Oh, there we go. Looks to be a largemouth. Not too big, but he's fighting. Oh. All right, let's see here. Gotta be careful not to slip and bust my ass. All right, here we go. Gotta be careful of these hooks. Okay, so the Tatula BF 70 gets its first fish, little, probably 1 pound dink bass. Fought really hard, but looks like we've broken the reel in. Let's keep on fishing. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. That fish was fighting hard enough that if I had the drag set really loose and had a drag clicker, I think it probably could have pulled out a few clicks. Hitting the bottom, gotta be careful. Do not want to lose this jerkbait. Now, normally in my, I guess, casting impressions videos, especially when it comes to the bait finesse reels, I tend to try to gauge how low I think it'll comfortably cast. So if you are looking for that in this video, unfortunately that's not going to happen, as I want to fish and fish for bass. So I'm not going to be throwing any super light lures today. Ooh, I just heard the air brake rotor pop. What would be an interesting battle would be this Tatula up against the Xenon LTX, because they have such similar spools. Long steel spool shaft, 30mm diameter, roughly 10.5 grams. Damn. All right, anything? Nothing. And the Xenon, if you buy it from Japan, is going to be very similarly priced to the Tatula BF 70. Very similar specs as far as, you know, frame material and whatnot as well. But the Xenon here in America, it's a different story. They're wanting like $550, so it's a $600 reel after tax. They are crazy. Can I reach it? No. I saw a boil over there about 40 yards out. I am loving this rod. I should have bought two. I should have bought two. Man, I can hear that air brake rotor popping. Ooh, there's some action over here. So I'm just literally moving around, looking for boils, seeing if I can hit them. Let's see if I can reach that. Ooh, yep. I reached right on the edge. All right, we'll do a couple more. Then I'm gonna tie on a soft plastic and head to the corner and pitch around. Let's go out this way. Oh, no, no. I don't think I can get this one unstuck. Oh no. Wow, it must be super shallow out there, because this bait only dives like, I think 6 foot. No. And this lure is discontinued. And it cost me $20. Ugh. Oh my God. So this fishing trip cost me so far minimum $40. Lost 2 expensive, rare, they were rare even when they were made, Japanese jerk baits. All right, that's just part of the game. Let's tie on the soft plastic. Okay, so we're at this little creek here. Fished this place many times, and I know that there's bass year-round in this stretch of the creek. Let's see if they're gonna take soft plastic this early in the year. Oop. Felt a couple of taps there. I think they were probably bluegill. And I know you guys can't see, but they are some big boulders right in front of us, just under the water. Now, obviously, the Tatula BF 70 is easily pitching this weightless lure. It's barely flicking my wrist, getting out there, I don't know, 20 foot maybe. Little effort. Trying to pitch around this boulder. And I wonder where these bass go. Now this stretch of creek is the deepest. It's the deepest for quite a while. And then it gets shallow on both ends. So any bass that live here year round, I mean, where did they go? I saw some action over there. Not too many places for them to hide. Oop, felt the tap. Oh, something small had it. I probably need to switch up to the smaller size. Oop, there's something. Nope, let it go. I think these are just little fish. Don't see any cruising bass. Let me see if I can reach that spot. Don't have a lot of casting room. Let's see what this Tatula can do. Oh, got one. Felt that as soon as it dropped in the water. Man, this is what is this? Oh, it's a rock bass. I call him red eye. A lot of people call him rock bass. Man, he's feisty and green. Every time I try to lift him, he just shakes. Got him. I mean, the bait is almost as big as him. Well, second species on the new Tatula. I know that there are spotted as well as smallmouth bass in here. Maybe they're spawning. I mean, where would they spawn in this creek? Where would they spawn? I wonder if I can pitch farther if I turn the brakes down. So I'm gonna go to 8. So I went down 2 clicks from 10 to 8. And there's this rock I can see. I'm trying to reach it. Oh. Well, that wasn't a very low trajectory pitch, but here we go. Smallmouth bass. Okay, little hard fighting dink smallmouth. Third species of the day for the Tatula. So there we go, guys. The on the water, I guess, casting and fishing impressions of the new Tatula BF 70. It's pretty much exactly what I expected when it came to BFS fishing with bass lures. It pretty much just does the job. Now luckily the casting was smooth and quiet, at least for now, and hopefully these bearings won't start making a lot of noise like my other Daiwa reels that share the same platform. And of course, pitching weightless plastics was pretty easy as well. Now the question is will this reel upstage the Shimano CURADO BFS, which of course is its main competitor? And we're going to find out soon enough, as well as we're going to try to see just how low this reel can comfortably cast. So be on the lookout for those videos in the near future. Alright guys, thanks a lot.